Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Miss Andi Mulyati is our lecturer in Social Linguistics subject, and all my friends. And thank you for joining our group video presentation today. We are from Group 8 and will be discussing a very interesting topic, which is social linguistics and education. Before we begin the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurpadil Arsan as moderator for today and the third presenter. Let me first introduce the members of our group. So the first is we have Desvi Mulia Faradila as the first presenter, and the last is Aida as the second presenter. So in this occasion, we would like to present 3 points of social linguistics and education. So the first is about social dialects and education. Second is multilingual education. And the last point is education and worldwide English. Before we begin with the presentation, let me first give an overview of what we will be discussing today. So, social linguistics and education. Social linguistics studies how language and society interact. In education, it helps us understand how language affects learning and teaching. So, now, let's start with the first part of our presentation. I would like to invite Deswi Mulia Faradila to present on social dialect and education. So, Desvi Mulia Faradila, the time is yours.
Okay, let's start for the first point. It is social dialects and education. It is divided into 5. The first one is restricted and elaborated codes. Restricted code means simple language that often used in close groups, while elaborated code means a more detailed language that used in formal settings like schools. Overall, it means different ways of speaking based on social background. For example, a child might say give at home, but may I have that toy please at school. The second one is difference, not deficit. It means all dialects are valid, just different. In education context, teachers should respect all ways of speaking, not think some are wrong. For example, a teacher treats Southern American English as different, not incorrect, when a student says y'all instead of you all. Next, role of home dialect in education. It means how the way students speak at home affects their learning. For example, a teacher allows students to write the first draft in their home dialect before translating to standard English. Next, African American Vernacular English or AAVE and education. It means a dialect spoken by many African Americans in the US. In education context, recognizing AAVE as a valid dialect can help students learn. For example, a teacher explains that he be working in AAVE means he is usually working in standard English. It is showing it's a complex, rule-governed dialect. And the last one is applied sociolinguistics. It means using language study to solve real-world problems in education. For example, developing reading programs that use books written in various dialects to help all students improve their reading skills.
So thank you Desvi Mulia Faradila for that insightful presentation. Next we have Aida, who will discuss about multilingual education. So Aida, the time is yours.
Okay, Nurfadila, thank you for the opportunity that has been given. I will explain about multilingual education. For the first, ideologies. It means beliefs about which language should be used in schools. In education, these beliefs affect how schools treat different language. For example, a school believes all languages are valuable, so it offers classes in several local languages. And the second, use of minority language in the classroom. It means teaching in language spoken by smaller groups in a country. In education, this can help minority language speakers to learn better. For example, a school in Wales teaches some subject in Wales to support Welsh-speaking students. And then the third, elite and immigrant bilingualism. Elite bilingualism, it means when learning multiple language is seen as a luxury. For example, a French school offers English classes to give students an advantage in business. And then immigrant bilingualism, it means when immigrants need to learn the local language to get by. For example, a US school provides English classes to help newcomers from Mexico adjust to life in America.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. I return it to the moderator. So thank you, Aida, for that insightful presentation. So the next material is educational and worldwide English. So there are 3 points about education and worldwide English. So the first is circles of English. Education and worldwide English. The concept of circles of English introduced by linguist Braj Kashuro. Categorizes English speakers worldwide into 3 main circles. So the first circle is inner circle, countries where English is the primary or native language, such as the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. In these countries, English is the main language used in education, media, and daily communication. The second circle is outer circle. Countries that were former British colonies and continue to use English as an official or significant language, especially in fields like education and government. Examples include India, Nigeria, and Singapore. In this place, English serves as an important second language. And the last circle is expanding circle. Countries that do not have a colonial history with England but teach and use English as a foreign language. Examples are countries in Europe, East Asia, and Latin America. Here, English is often taught in school and widely used as an international language in business or diplomacy. So the second point is elite culture. Elite culture refers to the phenomenon where the ability to learn or use a valuable language skill, such as English, is limited to certain groups, typically those with higher economic, social, or educational access. In some countries, for instance, English proficiency may be a skill primarily held by those who can afford high quality education or attend prestigious international school. This can create social inequality as only a select few can access better career or educational opportunities tied to English proficiency. So the third point is English in Europe. In Europe, English is widely taught as a foreign language in nearly all countries. English has gained importance in Europe partly due to the European Union's policy of promoting multilingualism to facilitate easier communication among its citizens. English is often used in business, education, diplomacy, and even popular culture. In countries like the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark, English proficiency is high, whereas in other countries, the level may vary depending on educational policy and learning opportunities. So thank you for your attention and participation. We hope you found our presentation informative. On behalf of the entire group, we would like to thank you for being with us today. Have a great day ahead. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.